I'm getting ready to edit the next batch of videos with Final Cut Pro. That's moving from Adobe Premiere to Final Cut Pro. And maybe in future, all our running videos for Singapore frontrunners could be edited with Final Cut Pro. I'm trying to look for the same features that I've used in Adobe Premiere, how they work in Final Cut Pro. And I found quite a lot of interesting features in Final Cut Pro. I now share with you today. First thing I'll do is I'll talk about the animating the effects. Remember that we did this effect in Adobe Premiere where we pan the camera. To do this, we had to set the pan parameter, and then we move it across a bunch of values. Now let me show you how to do the same thing in Final Cut Pro. Now we have 3 clips here. Let us do some editing on these 3 clips. Now, one fun thing I noticed is that in Premiere we used a lot of sequences. We create a lot of sequences and then we just drag and drop, and a lot of copying and pasting. It's a bit cumbersome. With Final Cut Pro, it's a lot easier. I just simply drag these 3 clips, and to turn it into a sequence, I just right-click, new compound clip, and everything goes into a new sequence. See that? Everything is all compressed. And then I can just go and edit this sequence. This is quite fun. It's going to be a huge time saver, which means that I can easily edit the effects on individual clips without affecting the overall project. It makes the editing a lot more granular. Now let's do the pan on, let's say, okay, this clip here below. Well, we'll do the panning so that it will move from left to right. Maybe what I'll do for now is that let's isolate it. Remember, we can do compound clip. Now let's do that. So let's right-click, create compound clip, and we can isolate it as much as we like. This will make things even clearer. Now that it's a compound clip, double-click, and we'll edit that clip exclusively. Now it's cleaner. Now you see only one clip. It's easier to edit the effects. All right, maybe let's zoom in for now. The zoom is a bit cumbersome. I need to, I need to do this, and whoops, scroll in out, but I might, yeah. Okay, this is not good. Okay, good, better. Then we can set to the select mode, which is A. Now this might get quite annoying, the dragging and dropping, the automatic scrubbing where you see the cursor, and it's giving me a lot of noise in my headphones, giving me headache. To turn it off, there is this feature here, this button here, I think. Turn skimming on or off. Once you click it, there you go, no more skimming. But you can still drag the pointer, the marker, to see the whole thing. Let's do a pan. Let's say we want to pan from this position all the way to the left, right? Now in Premiere, we'll set a keyframe for that. In Final Cut Pro, the effects are a bit different. We need to right-click, show video animation. Then the keyframes are here. The keyframe that we need to set is for orientation. We need to do a pan there. Just to show you why it's part under orientation, if you look at the clip properties, you can see that the pan is also part of orientation, right? That's why it's part of pan. Now we can click on this orientation pan, and this is where we set the keyframes. Okay, let's put a keyframe here to set the initial point. Normally, I would type the seconds here, because we go quite precisely. Our usual pattern is that we're going to hold for 2 seconds, pan for 3 seconds, hold for 2 seconds. Therefore, I'll be typing this here. But the typing is a bit different from Premiere. I cannot change the seconds directly. I have to go and type in the whole thing. So this would be like, 1000. Yeah, it's a bit off. But anyway, let's set a point here for the orientation. Now, hang on. just register this on. Okay. Now, to set a keyframe, I will do an option click. Okay, I have 3 buttons here on my. Okay, 3 keys here. Yeah, choose the modify key, Control Alt or Windows key, depending on your keyboard, until you see this plus thing. When you see a plus thing, click, and that's our keyframe, right? Right now, it's our panning is set at 0. We move further on in the timeline, and then we set another keyframe here, and then we will do the motion. Let's pan this. So now it's at 0. I will move my cursor and pan it to the left. Yeah. At this point in time, 18 seconds, it will pan to the left. Therefore, it will now stay at this moment until 14 seconds. Then at that moment, it will pan smoothly. Okay, let's check whether the pan is smooth. Let me click here, press the space bar. Yeah, notice that the motion is very smooth, it's very controlled. In Premiere, it's not. In Premiere, by default, it's a very sharp slope. That's why I need to change the keyframe from linear to Bezier. Bezier will do a nice curve transition. In this case, it seems to be creating a Bezier curve by default, which is why the motion looks quite smooth. Yeah, this is good. And this is how we do effects in Final Cut Pro and how we animate them. Okay, why is this? Okay, moving on. This is how we animate our effects in Final Cut Pro. Now let's head back to our earlier clip. We have our 3 clips stacked on each other. Notice that the top clip has a black bar. In Premiere, we use a drop shadow effect to do this. Well, in Final Cut Pro, it's the same thing. There's exactly the same effect, and the way it works is quite similar. Let's click on this clip. This is the center clip that we will click. We will apply the drop shadow effect. Therefore, just scroll up there to effects. Right. If the effects are not visible, click this button here. By default, it's hidden. Just click on it, and the effects will show up. Okay, I'm trying to recall where is the drop shadow, but let me see. No. Drop shadow is... Okay, I'm not sure which category it's in, but there's a drop shadow somewhere in there. Drop shadow. Let's look at it under the basics. No. Blur. No. Color. No. Distortion. This is the light. No. It's a look. Mask and key. Okay, I'm hoping. Yeah, let's do a search here. Drop. Okay, that's all. Now let me retrace my steps. I created with this clip. There's a drop shadow, right? Therefore, there shouldn't be a reason why I'm not allowed to select drop shadow here. There you go. It's a bit odd. When I click all videos and audio, it shows up. Same way as Premiere, we need to drag and drop the effect into the. Okay, so here's a nice cute trick. When you just mouse over and scrub, it will show the effect of that drop shadow, right? That's like a preview. But to see the actual effect on our clip, we need to drag and put it into our timeline here, right? Now we see the drop shadow settings. We will set it exactly the same as Premiere. The opacity will be 100%. Okay, notice that the shadow is kind of thick. We will decrease it. Okay, we will have a blur of 0. We don't need any blurring. Position will be the size of the bar. See, I can adjust it so that it's smaller. Perspective point, we can just keep it at 0 because we don't need the shadow to slant. And that's it. And that's how you create a black bar using the drop shadow effect, right? Okay, good. We can head back to our earlier clip, and this is our master clip, our master project, and now we're able to see the drop shadow on both clips. Okay, that's it. Maybe we'll have a quick discussion about audio. In Premiere, there is a quick way to set the audio properties of a clip so that we can reduce the background noise. In Premiere, I would set the audio type to ambience, and I can reduce the background noise. Over here is a bit more complicated. I created a clip here, a compound clip. By default, it's got some noise. Okay, this is with the noise filtering applied. Okay, let me start with a clip that hasn't got any filtering. Okay, let's take this clip, right click. Yeah, so this is also another way to create a new project. All right, you can create a new project or create a new compound clip. It's like similar to creating a new sequence. But can I create a compound clip on top of another compound clip? This is a compound clip, right click. Okay, yeah, so just like a Premiere, I can create a sequence on top of a sequence. In Final Cut Pro, I can also do a compound clip on top of a compound clip. But let me just take this clip here, 360-degree clip, right click, new, okay, let's do a compound clip. Click OK. And this is our new compound clip. Right. Let's listen to the audio. There's quite a lot of noise in the audio. The traffic noise, the wind noise. If I'm running too fast, there will be wind noise coming from the microphone of our Insta360 camera. Let's try and remove that. The best way I find of doing this is that click on the audio settings here, audio inspector. Then choose equalization. Equalization, there are a few options. Let's click on this. All right, let me play the clip, pressing spacebar. Flat is by default, no special audio processing. Voice processing is good. It will enhance the voices. Notice that it will pick up for the voice frequencies. Music enhance, not too noisy. Loudness, a bit weird. I'm not sure what the pattern is that. Hum reduction is for humming or likes, typically at 50 or 60 kilohertz, 50 or 60 hertz. Bass boost, not good. It'll make the noise worse. Bass reduce, maybe. So we see that we need to reduce the bass here. Treble boost might increase the noise. Treble reduce, it sounds clearer now. So therefore, there isn't a setting that we need for our own use. What we can do is that we can tune it ourselves. We know that these are the voice frequencies. Therefore, I can remove all the bass. Once I do that, you hear that a lot of the bass noise is gone. And I can remove the treble. Maybe not that. Okay, let's keep that. Yeah, maybe let's keep that and this. Okay, good. Yeah, there are no speaking parts here, but we'll hopefully check with a speaking clip. Yeah, this might be a good way to preserve the voice while reducing all the background noise. We cut off all the bass sounds and the treble sounds, which is okay because when we overlay our music clip will have no vocals. It will live in the bass frequencies and the treble frequencies, which means also that any voices in our own video clips, they will mix up correctly. They will come up correctly in the final version. Yeah. Therefore, this is what I might do for the preset for all my clips to make the voice come true in the video. Yeah. So that's one of the tricks I learned. Okay, there. I'm still learning I'm still learning Final Cut Pro. There's a lot to learn to figure out how to port over my Premiere project into Final Cut Pro. I'll keep learning and I'll share any updates with you in the next live stream. Thank you.